Hi folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to check out 8 Minute Empire. This is a game that you can find on Steam for $9. It's important to note that I just got my press copy, so this is going to be more of a first impressions video. With that said, I do own the tabletop version of this, in which the video game adaptation that you're seeing here is based off of. An 8 Minute Empire, basically, from what I remember, it's sort of like Risk, in the sense that you've got this giant board. It's made up of different territories. The only difference is everyone starts off in the same start location, and you're going to branch off from there. And while you can attack other people, it's not something that you do very often. Moreover, your main goal is to expand and control as many territories as possible, and hopefully as many continents as possible, so that you get extra points. Now, there is a set collecting element as well. Every turn, someone will buy a card from the supply, and these cards have varying costs depending on where they fall along the track. And these cards serve two purposes. One is an immediate benefit. Some cards might give you an extra army that you can put down on the table, or on the board rather. Some may allow you to move those armies. Some may attack the enemy and make them remove an army from the board, that kind of thing. And then there's a end of game benefit, and that's where the set collection comes in. The more you have of a particular resource, the more points you get for it. So let's go ahead and see how the digital version of this game actually compares to the tabletop version. I'll be anxious to see how this goes. New game and online. There's settings here: music, sound effects, higher number of frames per second, game instructor messages, card descriptions, colorblind mode, manage your account and language. I do have the music off for the sake of the commentary and to prevent any sort of copyright issues. There is a rulebook here, play game with tutorial messages, but it basically goes over various things. Like I said, you're going to be earning points for controlling areas on the board, as well as points for any goods that you've collected from sets. So there's a certain number of rounds and a certain amount of money that you get at the beginning of the game, depending on how many people are playing. In a two-player game, for example, there's 13 rounds, and each player starts with 14 coins. You can't earn any coins back throughout the entire game. That's what you start with, and that's what you have to buy those cards. Cards can be either free, they can cost, I think, up to 4 coins, something like that. There's also a draft process at the very beginning of the game, or a bid mechanic, I should say, where people hide a bid in their palm, and then they reveal them at the same time. Whoever has the highest bid gets to go first, but also has to pay that amount to the bank. So, let's jump into it. And these games, the name of the game implies that it takes 8 minutes to play. It's more of a 15-minute game, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So it looks like I've got Ancient Kingdoms and Sister Continents. These are all locked. I do believe, yeah, these are available via separate DLC purchases, which I don't have. I got my press key, but I think it was only the base game. So we'll just do Ancient Kingdom. I think that's the standard one. And as a human, that's good. I'll just be blue. Can I change my color? Yes, I can. I like blue, though. All right, we'll play against, I guess, the easy AI, and I'll have him be red, so they're more easily distinguishable. And it looks like you can add another one. Can I add? Okay, so after that, you can even add more. All right, good. All right, let's go ahead and play 2v2. All right, your goal is to get the highest number of victory points. You get 1 point for regions, 1 point for continents, and points for goods from cards. All right. Area control. A player controls a region if she or he has more combined armies than cities. So yeah, the more armies that you have on a spot, the better your chances of controlling it. Bidding. This is what I was talking about the first bid, and whoever bids the most gets to go first. I will bid 0. Player Edward has won the bidding. Well, how much did he bet? That'd have been nice to know. All right, so the cards along the bottom here are what you can buy on your turn. The one on the 0 spot costs 0 coins, and the one on the 3 spot costs 3. That's the most expensive. Whenever you buy a card from the array here, the cards on the very right will slide to the left, becoming cheaper, and then a new card is drawn to replace it. and put into the 3 slot. All right, so let's continue. All right, so he bought a card, and he's moving. Okay, so he moved some troops. It's kind of hard to see what he's doing because the game is moving a little bit more quickly than I'd like, but it is what it is. It looks like 5 commodities in the game. There's these gems, there's ore, trees, is that metal possibly? And carrots or food. All right, your turn has come. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick something. I'm going to try and pick an action that I could use right now, but I also want to pick something that I could collect at the end of the game for a good amount of money. So carrots, for example, if I collect 3 carrots, I'd get 1 point. However, if I were to get 4, I'd get 2 points. If I collected 6, I'd get 3 points, and then so on. However, these red diamonds, whatever they are here, not diamonds, but these red crystals. Just collecting 1 is 1 point, collecting 2 is 2 points, collecting 3 is 3. So these are like really valuable. I'm going to collect the one that's free, and I'll get 2 armies on top of it. There's little castle symbols as well on these cards. That means you can put down like a base somewhere that you already have an army. Those are useless to me right now. Everyone starts on this center spot. We'll do that one. All right, get to recruit 2 troops. Yeah, there we go. And I get to put them... I have to put them on an area I control. Yeah, I want this one. Okay. End of turn. And that's basically that's the gist of your turn. That's all you do. You buy a card from here, you carry out the action, but that card does come into effect later on at the end of the game when it comes to set collecting. All right, he's going to build a city. Those do count toward... the cities do count toward area control. Now, it looks like he's controlled this territory, or this continent, because he's got 1 region here, 1 region here, 1 region... Actually, I'm controlling this because I got the most armies here. This one lets me get another crystal and another army. So I'm going to have a lot of army, but unfortunately, this is free as well. I could collect this and get 3 armies, but getting another crystal would give me 2 points at the end of the game as opposed to 1. You know, I'm going to collect another one of these. Okay. And I know I'm not doing a lot of area controlling right now, but I'm setting myself up for the end game. Alright, he's definitely trying to control this area. We do need a special card to go overseas. There's a little ship icon. This one on the 3 spot is an example. We can move 3 spaces, and we can move across sea if we want to, but that's going to cost me 3 to buy. I still have 14 coins, so I'm good. This carrot I'm not going to do. I'd like this tree, and I can get 3 armies. This metal... no, it's the same thing. Alright, let's... The thing is, I could get all these armies, but I have to hope that I get a move card at some point. Alright. So that way I can move my armies around and start taking up other regions that, you know, and get some victory points here. Alright, he's going to be moving troops. He bought that card on the end. Now, I could get this carrot here for 2 and move troops 4 times. I could either move 1 troop 4 times, I could move 2 troops 2 times. I could mix and match. I do want to move, but this carrot I don't really care for. But we need to start gathering territory at some point. And, I mean, I could go for this base and put that here, or the castle, put that there. You know, let's go with this move. I don't like the carrots. It takes forever to build them up. But I can move stuff around. I could do 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Alright, so now I'm controlling this continent completely because I've got the most regions. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's got 1, 2. That's about it. I like how the game actually highlights what areas you control. Now, he has this entire continent down here. So I may want to, like, start moving up here to the left if I can. Alright. I could either recruit 2 or move 3 with this tree. That actually might be... getting another tree would be awesome, so I could start moving up the track there. But that costs 3. Now, another good thing about these castles, whenever you do recruit in the future, you can recruit at that castle. You don't have to recruit it back at the start here. Let's do that one. I need to start moving. That doesn't really do much for me. 2. And can I undo? Yeah. I'd rather move to the right and try and grab this one, or move to the left, but I'd really like to move on to this continent. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That way, on a future turn, when I get, if I were to buy some sort of ship, I can move these over to this continent and get it under my control. All right, he's recruiting troops. My turn. All right, round 6 out of 13. So we're almost halfway done. I told you this is a very fast game. This is a while, this little diamond here. I might want to get that so that I can grab... I can assign that to anything I want at the end of the game, and I can make that a crystal. So I'm going to grab that, recruit some troops, take that back. Well, now we're tied. He's going to build a city. He's building 2 cities there, really? Okay. I've got 6 coins left, so I got to start buying a little bit more cheaply. I could get 3 more troops. This ship is worth... I'd have to pay 3 coins to get it, but I could move 2 troops over and take over this continent. Maybe I'll wait until this is cheaper, because he's a limited supply of money, too. He's got 3 money left, so he's not going to be able to do very much. How about I take... I don't have one. All right. I could move 3 more times, but would I want to move? Yeah, I'm going to grab... Now this costs 2. I'm going to grab this one for 1. And put 3 more down. He's going to move. All right, my turn. All right, I still have the continent. He's got 1, 2, 3 to my 1, 2, 3, 4, so we're still good. All right, now this one is a wild, and it's a ship that moves 2. So if I grab that, make it a crystal at the end of the game, I can get an extra 3 victory points. So I'm going to want that before he grabs it. All right. So I'm going to move 2 over here. There we go. Now I've got this region, and I've got this entire continent. Looks like he's got the same idea. Oh, he's abandoning that to move over here. I need something similar now if I can. It's round 9 out of 13. There's 2 carrots here, but it's still going to give me 1 point at the end of the game, because there's 3 little dots here under the 1 column. There's one worth 3. It's going to take all of my coins. I'm already maxed out on that. So why don't I just go for... a tree would bring me up to 2 victory points. And it would give me I could put the castle, say, here. Or I could put it here, and then on a future turn recruit, and then move them over across the sea. Or maybe put it down here and fortify this position. Or put it down here so that I could recruit here, and then move across this continent. You know, let's... Does he need... No, he does not need... He's out of money, so his next turn has to be buying what's in the 0 slot. So I can sort of force him to do certain things here. If I were to take this one here, this castle with the anvil over it is going to slide to the left, and he's going to have to pick that one. And luckily, oh no, I was looking at mine. It's his. He does need that anvil in order to advance. So maybe I do want him to get the tree. But if he gets the tree, it doesn't matter. He's going to bump up to 2 anyway. No matter what I do. This tree would bump me up. See, I want more armies. You know, let's grab this one. I want more armies so I can move them. Hopefully I get a card that lets me, but I want to keep the area here while branching out. So I really need some move cards to start showing up. There's one here worth 1. I'm going to grab that, I think. I need to start moving a lot of troops. So I'm going to grab this one. No, wait, well, hold on. If I do that, I can only move. I can't move overseas with this. That's the downside. So if I were to buy that, well, regardless, we can take some regions away from him. We could do something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, and like so. So these regions are now under my control. I'm trying to prevent him from capturing as many regions and continents as possible, so that we're sort of stuck with the end game set collecting. All right, we're good. He's going to build a city somewhere, I think. Oh, he's out of cities to build. He's maxed out 3 out of 3 already. This is another movement one for 2, but do I need coal? I don't. I could buy... He needs carrots to bump up to 2. If I got this carrot and 3 armies, that would bump me up to 2 points. Then no, he would have this crystal. I don't want him having that crystal. Or is he maxed out on his crystals? I can't tell based off this chart. Where's the crystals at on this? But if I grab it, then I could use one of my wilds for something else. Or, if I want to move, I could move 2 armies over here and tie him on this region and he won't get it. I really need a ship, but we're at around 11 out of 13, so I don't think anyone's going to be moving across sea anymore. So he may have gotten a cheap victory point or 2 out of these 2 continents. So I guess I just need to focus on my set collecting and prevent him from getting as many points from set collecting as possible. If I get the carrots, that bumps me up to 2 points, but then he gets the crystal on the next turn. I can't see how many crystals he has. How come I can't see how many crystals he has? Unless he's maxed out already. He might be maxed out already. I'm not sure. But if I buy the crystal, then my wild can go somewhere else. Probably the trees. But that would have the same effect. All right, let's go for the carrots here. All right, I'm out of armies, actually. Can I go back? It doesn't matter at this point. I have no more armies. I'm out of armies. Oh, he's got 1 crystal now. Okay. So he didn't have any crystals whatsoever. Interesting. All right. So I can move 4 with this one. This is round 12 out of 13. There's no ships. So I can... Whoa, he's got... If he grabs this... All right, no matter which one I grab here, he's going to get coal on the next turn and get 3 more. He's going to get 3 points for that category. So I might as well move stuff around and try and get as many regions as possible. So we'll go with that one. Move. And 1. Now we don't want to move anything here because we'll lose the advantage. That. that. I'm gonna keep that there to win that. And I've got one more. Oh, no, I did not want to do that. Undo. Oy. I guess that's good. I have one more move action, but I can't move anything without losing. Oh, he grabbed that. My turn. Alright, so all I can grab with my 0 coins now is this one here. This will grant me another point and 3 more armies, which I can't use. Alright, end of the game. Wow, that's a lot of achievements. Okay, so the way I got this, I got 2 continents, and he got 2 continents. I got 9 regions, he got 4. My goods came out to 10 points, his goods came out to 7 points. And the way that worked is I had 6 points from these 4 crystals. That really reeled it in. And then I got 1 point for the coal, 1 point for the tree, 1 point for the anvil, and then 2 points for the... Wait a minute. 6 plus 1 is 7, 8, 9, 11. Okay, that makes sense. Or, no. That doesn't make sense. How did I only get 10 points from the goods? Is my math wrong? 6 plus 1 is 8. Plus 9. Yeah, this is 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 2 here. Unless I needed 2 completely here to get 2 points at all. Maybe this is only worth 1 point. Maybe I was reading the chart wrong. I don't have the board game in front of me to... the board game is a little bit simpler with regard to this chart. There is no chart. It's more of a, okay, if you have 1, you get this many points. You have 2, this many points. You get 3, this many points. This chart here is a little misleading. So it looks like you have to fill this up in order to get the points that you need. That's why I only got 1 point for this carrot row here. But other than that, I mean, it's still a fun game. As you can see, it goes by very quickly. I do think the computer's pretty decently easy on easy, which is something I definitely look for, especially for new players. So there you go, folks. That was 8-Minute Empire. If you guys want to see more gameplay, let me know. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to my channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.